everybody, it's Alicia from Adventures of Stitching, and I'm back with you for a Floss Tube Extra this time. This is a 24 hours of cross stitch marathon weekend, started by Jen Lee, who is Quirks and Stitches on Instagram, and I think just Jen Lee on YouTube, Floss Tube. And if you're not familiar with it, it's just a weekend where she and her mom started to basically get together a few times a year and just stitch the weekend away. So it is, the goal is 24 hours over 3 days. So you start Friday and you end Sunday night. And so like whatever that looks for you, you know, some people try to navigate the hours, you know, depending on what they have going on. This weekend, it took me by surprise. I was not thinking about this coming up. And somebody posted on Instagram about it yesterday, and I was like, oh shoot, I want to do that, but I don't really have the time, so I'm gonna go for a half marathon. 12 hours is my goal, and if I get more than that, that would be great, but 12 is what I think I can actually achieve, rather than trying to aim for 24 and stress myself out and, you know, all of that. So what I thought I would do in this intro is share with you my plans for how I want to proceed. I made this little chart, and it's not fancy, it's just on notebook, and I have each hour blocked out, and these are all extra because this is past my 12-hour goal. So I have whips that I want to work on in these 12-hour chunks, and then I have bonus whips, which I might put on a wheel and spin randomly if I get past the 12 hours, but I for sure want to work on these. These are kind of like whips that I want to get finished maybe even next year or 2027, so I kind of want to put a little more stitching on this. My dailies are going to be on here, so you'll see those. So I have sloppy handwriting, I know. So that's how that is, and I thought I would just kind of refresh your memory on what they are. So the first one I have is Rivendell, which is my Country Magic stitch, and it is my new focus piece because I want to finish it by the end of the year. And I don't have to take this out of the hoop because it's all right there. So this is where I am to start out, and right now I'm kind of working on the waterfall area. I think this is an 18 count dyed Jade Aida, and I'm using 1 strand full cross over 1 square, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I've been putting in about 200-300 a day on this, and it's at like 33%. So this one I want to get a good amount done, so I'm going to try to do 3 hours on this one. That's like a focus. I'll do it like in between random ones. So that's the first one, and the next one is going to be a little bit more difficult to share because I just had a page finish on it last night, but it'll be a beginning post for you. This is my Mickey and Minnie. It's called Sweetheart Cove. It's Thomas Kincaid, but it's from Etsy, so it's like unlicensed, unfortunately. But this is where I am, and I just finished this page with the window. It's actually 2 windows, I think. I just finished that last night. So what I did is I gridded here and I finished out my daily stitches that I wanted on here. And so this is where we're at for the beginning of this weekend. I wasn't sure if I was going to include this one because of changing my focus piece, but I was like, you know, I bet I could like get some done, you know? Like keep it moving forward. So this one will also be a 3-hour goal. So those are my 2 like focus piece. And then this is my it used to be my 1 strand a day. This is One Nation Under God. I think it could also be called Liberty. by Twin Peak Primitives. There's the cover. I am working on this flower arrangement here. And I changed it to a daily 100 because I could tell that I was not going to meet my goal of finishing this by next July if I just did one strand. So I'm doing 100. So I'll probably be working in this flower, and then there's more of these feathery things under there. So I'll probably work down to those next. So that's that one, and that will probably only get 1 hour. The next one is a Crochet A Go-Go. It's a freebie on her website. Hopefully I can remember to drop links later. But this is the Spring House. And let me actually open this so you can tell what I'm doing. But here's where I am. And I thought I would just do 1 hour on this too. So I'll probably work more on the house. Possibly leaves and flowers. I'll just still be on like this side of the chart, but I decided for those houses I was going to do all of the seasons on one piece. So I can't really do fall and winter until I get this filled a little bit to count off from to get them all placed right. So yeah, so I'll have spring, summer, fall, winter. And so that's that one. I don't really have a goal on this, but I do feel bad that I started these, you know, this year and barely got anything done. So I'm gonna try to get some progress at least. So that's the next one. From here on out, it gets a little bit more fun for me because this is when things get changed up and I haven't like touched them in a long time. But the next one is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, excuse me, I think it was a Mystery Sal for 2024. Hopefully I'm correct and it's not 2023, because if it was 2023 that would be really depressing. But I'm pretty sure. Anyways, it's Arctic Animals. It's been around. I have parts 1 and 2 done, and those are like in the middle. And this is all like a completed style now. Like you could buy the whole chart now. I think I'm going to do try to finish. I think this is the Caribou. This is the beginnings of the Caribou, which is part 3. So I'll be working on that next. And I want to do an hour, but if this latches onto me like I think it will, I might have to do 2 hours on it this weekend. Make this a little more organized. The next one is Cozy Winter Evening, which my cat is laying on. The project bag, not the project. And this one is when I'm doing extreme cross country, so I thought it could break up some of whatever is like, you know, kind of confetti heavy. And so this is where I'm at on here. I will be working on this maroon color, probably in the chair down in here somewhere. And that's that. That's where that is. 1 hour on that. I doubt I'll want to do more. Steady as she goes. I will share more details when I show updates, because I'm leaving out designers and artists and fabric and method and all of that. I'm just trying to give you like previews of what I want to work on. The next one is Anne of Green Gables. It's a quick stitch and I've cropped it down extra, so it's an even quicker stitch. This is where I am at. I want to try to get this page finished, but we'll see. Just again, 1 hour. I'm not really gonna push for more, but this was going to be a focus piece for 2026, but I decided, since I'm changing gears, it may or may not. I have other things lined up that might be more doable. The next one is Evening. No, this is Venice. This is Sunset in Venice. It's a mini, and I thought it would just be fun to work on. I'm kind of feeling it. So this is pretty good detail for a mini, you guys. Like, this is supposed to be kind of like background, so I'm kind of happy with that. I'm working on a diagonal, so this is my first diagonal piece today, so that'll be a fun method change up. And then the last one, which I probably won't get to because I think I have one too many for my 12-hour block, so this might go into my bonus section. I think I wasn't really thinking about it, but this is Evening, the mini version, and it's a Leonid Afremov piece. And so here's another one. It's a diagonal, and I've just been really wanting color, like splashes of color and more design showing up. So that's what I want to work on. So those are my 12-hour pieces. I'm not going to show the bonus ones, but I will tell you what's on my list. So I want to get to, if I go past 12 hours, I want to get to Grand Library, California Dreaming, Hobbiton, Winter Solace, and if I do get to these, you will get more information later, so just sit tight. We'll see what the future holds. Cinderella, and then this is when we're getting into an area where I am pretty confident I will not be stitching, but still it's fun to plan. So Hummingbird, Simple Pleasures, Sunflower Inn, A Church for All Seasons, Red Panda, Let Us Adore Him, that's my nativity one, and the Pride and Prejudice sampler. That's if I did a full 24 hours. I will not. I'll tell you right now, I am not in the mood to sit and stitch for 24 hours, but 12 hours sounds extremely fun. I am already behind my schedule because it's like 10 a.m. right now on Friday, and we have a festival in our area that's all about pumpkins, and we're going to do that with my family in about an hour. So I don't really have time to stitch yet, but maybe this afternoon I can like get a good amount of hours in. So yeah, that was a very long intro. I hope you're here for it. I am excited, and if you participated, please leave in the comments what you worked on, how many hours you did, what your goal was, all of that fun stuff, and I will give you the update in the next clip. Okay, so I apparently am a little rusty at this because I've already put in 22 stitches up here. And then I remembered I have a clip to do for my before. So this is it, guys. This is the before. This is Rivendell by Country Magic Stitch, or Welcome to Rivendell. I am 36% complete, and this is the entire width of the chart. So it's really not a big chart at all, 20,000 stitches or so. This first hour, I'm going to just be kind of filling in down here, this sky area, and we'll see how long it takes me to do an hour because we are getting ready to leave here in a few minutes, and so it'll probably be 6 hours past right now to get the full first hour in on this marathon. But yeah, I will check in soon. I'm kind of excited, you guys. I got 1 hour in exactly. My family was running late and they just texted me that they're leaving, so that's my cue to leave. But I am so pleased. In 1 hour, I got 311 stitches. I did a few of these rows, and then I got this blob in, and I did a little bit of this blue here to kind of fill that in. So I am so happy. So that took me to 37.53%, and I'm gonna switch projects for the next hour, and I'm not sure what that will be, but we'll find out together, I guess. So here we go. Okay, I am back and ready for hour 2. It is about 5 o'clock, maybe more like 4:45. And this is my One Nation Under God piece, and I'm going to be working on filling in this flower. So we will see what an hour brings. I bet I could finish this flower before the end of the hour, so I'll be probably spreading out down here next after that. But we'll see at the end with my next clip. It's hour 2 done. I finished that flower, and that's about all the time I had. That was exactly 200 stitches, which made me kind of happy. It was pretty fun to fill in the flower. Way more fun than that butterfly was. That took forever when I was working on that one, but these flowers are so fun. So that's it for hour 2. I think for the third one I'm going to do my Mickey stitches, and then I hope I have 2 more hours in me tonight, but the fourth one I'm still not quite sure. I think I'm kind of feeling the Anne of Green Gables, so that might come after Mickey, but we'll find out. I'm just winging it here. Okay. And this is my Sweetheart Cove with Mickey and Minnie. This is kind of fun because we have this page and then this page, and this is the bottom of the piece. So there's only 8 pages, and actually the last 2 are partials. So I'm actually getting there, you guys. I think I'm getting close to 80% complete on this. But for today, I'm going to try to get in 250 stitches, which I think I could probably get more. These are tent stitches, so they'll go faster. So in the hour, I hope to more than meet my daily stitch count goal, but we'll find out. So this is our starting point for hour 3. That is hour 3 done. I did 258 stitches, and basically what I did is I just took the top symbol here and just ran with it wherever it went, and just used up a thread and then changed the color, and just again cross country over the page. And so I'm kind of pleased with the way that went. It was pretty easy to map out where I was going, so that's, you know, if you're a full coverage stitcher, that's pretty nice to not have to be torn in 2 different directions. I'm going to stop and eat. My husband was really nice and picked up dinner for me, but it is 7:30 p.m. so it's kind of a little bit later of a dinner for me personally, but I wasn't really all that hungry. So yeah, we will see maybe later tonight after dinner, spending some time with the husband. I can get in another hour because I'm kind of feeling like it. So we'll find out how that goes. Okay, this is hour 4. It is Saturday morning, about 9 o'clock, and I decided to pull out Anne of Green Gables. I would love to have a page finish on this, but you know, I always think I can do more than I actually do in an hour, so we'll see. But I'm feeling a little bit groggy. I have coffee currently flooding my veins right now, so it could get better here soon, but I'm feeling pretty tired. So I am starting the do we call it the live action of How to Train Your Dragon, the one they just made this year. And so I'm gonna have a nice little Saturday morning session. So I will check back after this hour. I did it. I got a page finish on Anne. This was actually 2 hours, so I got to where I filled in half of it, and I was like, I can't stop there, so I used up an extra hour to finish it up, and I got 406 stitches. This is a tent stitch, but I remembered that this was a max color. So it did take a little longer because I filled in here, and that was like one stitch of each color. That took a while. And then this was a bit more of a fill in with 2 colors, but then I got in here and that was kind of confetti too. So anyways, little bit of fast stitching and slow stitching, I guess, is my point. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, like a 10-minute break, and I'm going to try to like walk around a bit and loosen up. And then I think it's time to bring Rivendell out again. So that will be my next hour. So this was hour 4 and 5. I did it again, you guys. I started stitching and then realized I didn't take my before clip. So I did these little white stitches here. I think this is hour 6, and I'm gonna try to get my daily 2-ish hundred in before the hour is up. So I will check back with you after a while. Okay, so that's an hour of stitching, but it's been about 3 hours. I forgot that we were supposed to take our dog to get his shots updated. So we did that, and I have completed the hour, and I have done 250 stitches. I put in this little white chunk and did a few more of the really light blue, and that got me to 38.67% complete. It's coming along. We're getting there. The next project, I'm not sure what it is yet. I haven't thought about it, so you'll find out when I set it up. All right, you guys, this is my choice for my next hour. I think I'm on hour 7 now. This is the Arctic Animals Sal that was a mystery Sal, but it's complete now, from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And I completed part 1, which is the Arctic Fox and the Vole. And then over here is the Walrus, that's part 2. I'm on the Caribou, which is part 3. And we will just see how far I get. I don't have any goals. I just want to stitch on it. So let's find out. I think this is an 18 count, and I'll be doing 2/1 full cross. And this is DMC floss. So that's what is coming up for my next hour. And that is hour 7 done. I am really impressed with how quickly this stitches up. And I don't know, it's been very fun. So I actually kind of got all of the Caribou's like lower body area done, and then like this is like his little like chest, I guess you could say, and this is something, maybe it's off of a collar. He might have a collar, I'm not sure, but that was fun. I think I did about 200 stitches, might be like 189 or something like that. So that was pretty good for that hour. Dinner should be maybe in another hour. I might be able to get another project in, which might be back to Mickey to get it out of the way for the day. So that's that. And we're back. This is for hour number 8, I believe. It's starting to all sort of slur together. I'm going to try to get my Mickey stitches in for this hour, so I've got it out and on my stand. Again, the aim is 250, and I'm pretty sure I can get there. It's a lot quicker with more cross-country stitching and the tent stitching, of course. So I'm going to be working in a green, and it'll be kind of filling in here a little bit more. So this hour could possibly be interrupted for dinner depending on what time we want it, so I might have to get that ready. But anyways, I'll get this done. And hour 8 is done. That went really, really smoothly. I used a couple different colors in here. It's filled in more, and I'm at 401 stitches for that hour. That, I don't know, I must have been extra focused or something, because that's more than I usually do, but nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I don't really have many words because I'm getting hungry. We didn't break for dinner in between, so dinner is coming up next. So that means hour 9 is probably going to happen in another couple hours. So stay tuned to that. Let me think what I'll do next. I might do, yeah, I have no idea. I think I want to do a another full coverage, so either maybe the sunset in Venice or the evening by Leonid Afremov. So I guess we'll both find out which one I choose. Okay, I am getting ready to start on hour 9. This is my choice out of the two that I mentioned before. This is the Leonid Afremov evening piece in the mini from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I chose this one because it's not at 5% yet. I think it's at 3.89%. And the other one did reach 5%, so it's farther along. So I thought this one should rightfully be the one I stitch first. I'm not sure what time it is right now, but we just finished dinner. Probably going to start a movie and just stitch away. I'm starting to feel kind of tired, but we'll see where we get tonight. I was hoping to get up to hour 10 because tomorrow's going to be so busy. I feel like I'll only be able to fit in 2-ish hours. Realistically, I might be able to get more, but we'll see. Okay, that's hour 9, and I got 300 stitches in, and I just kind of worked in a lot of the parked threads and added a few to bring down the color. And I'm at 4.25% complete. So I think I'm gonna take a break. It's been a day. So I possibly might have an hour in me tonight, more like after I take a break, but if I don't, that's okay. I did pretty well today considering this is the 9th hour, so if I get 3 hours tomorrow, that'll be my goal of 12. I think I can probably make that work, but if I get more, that's the bonus. So this is just beautiful. I love staring at it. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next clip. All right, I am back. It is actually Sunday evening. It's about 7 p.m. and I just got home. We decided to go to a town that's about an hour away and do some antique shopping and eat at an Italian restaurant that's in that town that we really enjoy. And just, spend our time together, just exploring. And I stopped at a Half Price Books, which is a used bookstore in this area of the United States. And I found a lot of really great books on sale. They were all like $3 a piece, so I was very excited about that. So I have had a great day, but not a great stitching day. I think this is going to be hour 9 or 10. I think 10. I think this is going to be hour 10. And so I basically have 3 hours to go until the end of my goal. And I don't think I will be able to go past that, but I think I can reach 12 hours. So anyways, before I chat your ear all the way off, I'm going to get started. And I think I'm going to work in here now to keep bringing this line down. So this is a piece you have seen several times already, so I'm not going to mention any more details. All right, here I go. And hour 10 is complete. Sorry for the shaking. I am just trying to hold the camera where everything is in frame. I was able to get my area stitched in, and I did a couple rows down in here with that darker blue. So I feel really good about that, where this has come during this weekend. That is 208 stitches. And I got to, almost 40% done. Wow, 39.62%. So this is just really blitzing along. So the next chart next project I'm going to pick up is going to be Mickey or One Nation Under God. Both of those are going to be my, I need to reach my daily stitch for today. So I'll just, whatever I get done in their hours is just what I get done, and it'll probably be more than I need. So yeah, on to hour 11. I think I'm gonna get there. So I just realized after getting my stitches in for that hour that I didn't give you a before clip of this, but I figured it's okay. You've probably seen it just a few minutes ago, so yeah. So anyways, I kind of used a bunch of pinks and browns and just carried it wherever it wanted to go. I got 279 stitches in this hour. This is hour number 11, and I'm very happy with the progress, especially on this project, considering it's supposed to be finished by the end of this year, but I actually pushed my goal forward, so it'll be done more around February of next year, and that's okay. I'm still just plugging along. I get a little bogged down with it sometimes because of how you see it's just speckled throughout, and that's why I do cross country on this, just because otherwise it would just be so much confetti, and this way it makes it feel a little more like you're getting somewhere. Anyways, I am at 78.83% complete on this, and this is where I'm stopping for the marathon on this project. I have 1 hour left to hit my goal, and that's going to be on One Nation Under God. And if I have more in me after that, I will let you know, but I'm starting to get kind of tired, and it's like 9 p.m. so this last hour might be it. I might have really just nailed my 12-hour goal. And here we are. It is the beginning of hour 12, and I am going to be working more on this. Hang on, I gotta position. More on this bouquet, and there's a couple flowers that are gonna pop up right around here. That's probably what I'll do next. So we'll just see what the next hour brings, and then I will wrap this up. It's about 10 o'clock now. I took a kind of a long break just to get myself away from the stitching, but I'm back at it. So let's see what I can get done. And that's a wrap, you guys. I got this whole little flower in. It's so cute. That was 237 stitches, I believe. And that was hour 12. Sorry for the lighting. It's not the greatest right now. Probably because it's late. 11 p.m. and I am ready for bed mentally, but not ready for bed physically. But this was fun. I'm hoping to be able to do a little closeout clip at the end of this video, but that'll probably happen tomorrow just because I'm so beat. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I had fun, even though it was looking a little iffy there if I was even going to be able to get this out, because life got very busy there for a while. I think that's all I have to say. So you guys have a good night, good morning, whatever you're doing when you're watching this, and I will talk to you soon.
So, so like the wind